Welcome, the medieval's sleepy, a place where the world slows and the night begins to whisper. Here you'll drift through forgotten castles, quiet forests, and rain-soaked villages, places where time itself moves softly. Let the air grow still around you, let your breath find its rhythm. You are safe here, warm and far from the noise of the waking world. Tonight's story awaits. Somewhere deep in the calm of the old kingdom, close your eyes, listen, and let the journey begin. You walk along a narrow, cobbled path, the stones glistening beneath the gentle rain. Each drop falls with a hushed rhythm, like tiny bells played softly by invisible hands. The air is cool tonight, crisp and clean, carrying the faint fragrance of pine and earth. A pale mist drifts across the valley, weaving through tall oaks and low hills, and somewhere far away, a stream murmurs like a lullaby that never ends. Your boots make quiet sounds upon the wet stone. Step, 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 each one echoing faintly in the stillness of the forest road. The lantern you carry glows with a golden hush, its flame bending slightly as the wind sighs past. Tiny droplets cling to your cloak, rolling down the folds in glimmering trails, and the weight of the night settles softly around you. Not heavy, not dark, but gentle, like the touch of old velvet. Ahead, through the fog, you see the outline of a wooden cabin nestled at the edge of the trees. Its roof is dark with rain, and thin plumes of smoke rise from the chimney, curling and vanishing into the silver air. The cabin waits for you quietly, patiently, as though it has been waiting for years. A warm glow flickers through its small, round window, and with each step you take, the light grows softer, closer, pulling you toward safety, toward rest. The forest around you hums with rain. Tiny rivulets run down the bark of ancient trees. The smell of wet wood mixes with moss and pine sap. A faint owl calls from somewhere above, its voice low and soothing, and the sound melts into the rhythm of the weather, into the steady heartbeat of the world. Even the wind seems slower now, as though it too wishes to listen. To rest, you reach the wooden door, its surface darkened with age and storms long past. You touch it gently, the grain of the wood cool beneath your fingertips. Raindrops slide from the eaves above, landing softly upon your shoulders. The latch is simple, carved from iron, and when you lift it, it makes a sound like an old sigh. The door opens inward, and a wave of warm air greets you, the scent of firewood and herbs spilling out like a welcoming embrace. Inside, the light is golden and still. A fire burns in the hearth, its flames slow and low, casting long amber reflections on the wooden walls. The floorboards creak softly as you step inside, each one humming with memory of countless nights like this, when travelers sought rest from the storm. Your cloak drips quietly near the doorway. You set your lantern aside. The sound of the rain outside becomes muffled, fading to a soft background hum, a steady, soothing rhythm against the roof. You take a slow breath. The air tastes faintly of cedar and honey. There are bundles of dried herbs hanging from the rafters, lavender, rosemary, and sage, their fragrance weaving gently through the room. Beside the fire stands a small table with a wooden bowl of apples and a loaf of bread, and in the corner, a simple bed covered in thick, woven blankets, the color of dusk and wheat. You feel warmth spread through your chest as your body begins to unwind, to settle into the peace that fills this hidden place. The fire crackles, a calm, comforting sound. You remove your damp boots, set them near the hearth to dry, and sit down upon the old wooden chair beside the fire. The seat creaks under your weight, but in a familiar, friendly way, as if it remembers you. Outside, the rain continues, steady, tender, never harsh. It falls upon the cabin roof in a soft rhythm, a lullaby played by nature itself. The sound seeps into your bones, into your thoughts, and with each breath, your body grows heavier, your mind quieter. You lean back and let the warmth of the fire touch your face. The flicker of the flames dances in your eyes, reflected like tiny golden stars somewhere outside. The wind moves through the trees, rustling the leaves in a whisper. The world beyond the cabin feels far away now, as if wrapped in a dream. You are safe here. You are warm. You are home. Time slows in this quiet place. The minutes drift like feathers, each one lighter than the last. You watch the rain trace paths down the window, silver threads gliding down the glass. The sound is constant but soft, a heartbeat made of water. You close your eyes for a moment, and the sound carries you inward, deeper into stillness. There is nothing to do now, nothing to think about. Only the rain, only the warmth, only the steady comfort of being here. The cabin breathes around you, the wood expanding slightly in the warmth, the fire giving gentle pops and sighs. You can almost hear the rhythm of the roof itself, each raindrop joining a soft, endless song. Your hands relax on your lap, your shoulders loosen. You take another slow breath, and another, feeling yourself drifting between waking and rest. The light grows dimmer, as if the flames know how to slow their dance to match your heartbeat. The world outside fades into sound, the rain, the whisper of wind, the distant call of an owl. You imagine each droplet as a story told by the sky, a memory of distant lands and ancient times, falling gently now to remind you of peace, of stillness, of home. And as you listen, you realize the cabin has its own music, its own quiet soul. You can hear it in the rafters, in the soft hum of the fire, in the patient rhythm of the rain. It welcomes you, holds you, and softly says, "Rest now, you are safe." The night is kind, and the rain will keep you company. You close your eyes again, not to sleep yet, but to feel the moment fully. The warmth, the peace, the world slowing down. Somewhere deep within the storm's song, there is silence, a deep, endless stillness waiting for you to fall into it. The rain continues, the fire hums, the cabin dreams.nu to begin to drift, somewhere between wakefulness and wonder, where the only sound left is the rain upon the cabin roof. The fire hums quietly in the hearth, its golden light spilling across the wooden floor like threads of honey. Outside, the rain deepens, a steady whisper upon the roof, soft and patient, as though the sky itself has decided to rest for the night. You sit close to the warmth, your hands resting near the flames, palms open, feeling the gentle pulse of heat travel through your fingers. The scent of burning oak fills the air, rich, earthy, and calm. Now and then, the wood shifts, sending up a slow spark that glows and fades into nothing. The fire's crackle is a song, ancient, familiar, a sound that belongs to every night that ever was. The cabin is small but filled with comfort. The shelves along the walls are lined with jars, each one holding herbs, dried flowers, and bits of golden wax from candles long melted. A wooden chest rests beneath the window, its surface polished smooth by time. You can almost feel the hands that built this place long ago, steady, patient hands that shaped each beam and board with quiet care. A gentle draft stirs through the room, making the candle flames waver, their light trembling like sleepy stars. You listen to the wind move softly along the eaves, a sighing sound that carries the scent of wet leaves and faraway rain-soaked meadows. The world outside is hushed, no voices, no footsteps, only the silver rhythm of falling rain and the slow breath of the forest beyond. You take a deep breath. The air feels heavier here, not in weight, but in stillness. It is the stillness of a place long protected, a place untouched by haste or worry. Every sound, the rain, the fire, the whispering wind, seems to agree with the same simple truth. You are safe. You are home. You can let go now. On a small wooden table by the hearth, you find a teapot made of dark clay. Inside, a blend of herbs awaits: chamomile, thyme, a trace of mint. You pour hot water from a copper kettle that hums softly on the edge of the fire, and the scent rises immediately, sweet, herbal, soothing. You lift the cup to your lips, and the warmth travels through you, unfolding gently in your chest. Outside, the rain continues its endless lullaby, and the steady rhythm makes the room feel alive. Breathing slowly with you, you lean back into the chair again, listening to the roof above. The drops fall in layers, some light, some heavy, some sliding off the eaves to land with soft splashes below. Each sound finds its place in the night's quiet symphony. It is not random, it is music, delicate, endless, kind. It wraps around you like a woolen blanket woven from time itself. Your eyes move toward the window, beyond the glass. The world is veiled in mist. The trees bend slightly under the rain, their leaves glistening like silver. A faint glow lingers where the moon hides behind the clouds, turning the night into a dream of grey and blue. The cabin's reflection shimmers faintly in the wet glass, and for a moment you feel as though you are both inside and outside, the observer and the dreamer, the warmth and the rain. You blink slowly, and everything feels softer now. The fire shifts again, and shadows move gently across the walls. They sway like old memories, slow and weightless. Your mind follows them, drifting between thoughts that are not quite thoughts, fragments of peace, images of candlelight, the smell of pine and wool, the sensation of raindrops on your skin. Each fragment fades before it fully forms, like mist dissolving into morning air. Somewhere behind you, a wooden beam settles with a quiet sigh. The sound is low and deep, like the cabin itself is breathing. The walls seem to hold you, their warmth, their quiet. The floor creaks beneath your feet in rhythm with your breath, and you realize how long it has been since you felt this kind of peace. A peace that asks for nothing, that needs no reason, a peace that simply is. The rain softens now, falling in finer drops, more delicate, more distant. You can hear them patter upon the window ledge, sliding down in slow streaks. The sound lulls your thoughts, slows your pulse, and draws your attention inward. Your breathing deepens, steady, calm. Every breath feels heavier, anchoring you deeper into stillness. You close your eyes for a moment, and the world becomes only sound. The rain, the fire, your breath, three rhythms that weave together, forming a single, gentle heartbeat. You float within it, suspended in warmth and light. There is no need to think, no need to move. The world can turn without you for a while. Here, inside this moment, you are timeless. The cup of tea grows cooler in your hands. You set it aside and draw the blanket from the chair's back, draping it across your shoulders. The wool is soft and slightly rough at the edges, the way all hand-woven things are. It smells faintly of smoke and lavender. You sink deeper into the chair, letting the fire's glow dance across your face. Each crackle seems softer than the last, as though the fire too is growing drowsy. The rain thickens once more, a fresh wave passing across the roof. It drums lightly, then fades again, a rhythm that feels alive. You begin to notice the spaces between the drops, the quiet pauses where the world seems to inhale. Those tiny silences are the gentlest part of all, the space where peace truly lives. Your thoughts become slower now, your eyelids heavier. The warmth, the sound, the rhythm, they melt together. The fire's light glows softly through your closed lids, and you imagine it as dawn light, gentle and eternal, spreading warmth through your dreams. You drift halfway into sleep, your breathing slow and deep. In that hazy space between waking and dreaming, you can almost hear the rain speaking, not in words, but in feeling. It tells you the night is long and kind, that the forest watches over you, that you are held in the quiet arms of the world. The cabin sighs once more, the rain sings on, and your mind drifts away like a leaf upon a gentle stream, carried toward the peaceful silence of deeper sleep. The rain has changed. It falls slower now, softer, as though it no longer wishes to wake the earth, only to soothe it. You listen from your chair by the hearth, your eyes half closed, the cup empty beside you, the blanket heavy and warm across your shoulders. The fire has burned low, only embers remain, pulsing with soft red light. They breathe with you, their glow rising and falling in rhythm with the quiet air. The room smells faintly of smoke and cedar, of rain and cool stone. The scent wraps around you, thick and comforting, like a lullaby made of scent instead of sound. You open your eyes slowly. The cabin seems to shimmer slightly in the dim glow, its corners softer, its shadows deeper. The wooden walls creak faintly, as if stretching in their sleep. The rain upon the roof has become a distant hum, like a memory of rain rather than rain itself. Time has slowed, or perhaps it has stopped altogether. You rise gently, feet finding the worn boards of the floor. They are cool beneath your skin, smooth from years of quiet living. Each step you take sounds like part of a song, a rhythm that belongs to the rain. You move toward the window, your breath fogging the glass. Outside, the forest is veiled in silver mist. Drops fall from the branches, catching the faint moonlight before they vanish into darkness. A stream glimmers faintly through the trees, its surface trembling with ripples of light. The sight draws something from within you, a soft ache, a peaceful remembering. You can't say what it is you recall, only that it feels ancient, like something you once knew long before this night, long before this life. The sound of the rain seems to whisper it to you, a story without words, a memory too gentle to disturb. You rest your palm against the window frame and feel the faint vibration of the storm, a deep, distant murmur like the heartbeat of the world. It echoes through your hand, up your arm, into your chest. You realize the rain is everywhere, outside, on the roof, within the walls, within you. It has always been here. It is the breath of the world and the song of its sleep. You close your eyes and listen deeper. There are layers to the sound, some near, some impossibly far away. You can hear droplets striking the leaves, the soft drumming on the roof, the faint trickle of water beneath the ground. But beyond that, beyond all that, there is another sound, so quiet it feels imagined, a deep hum, slow and endless, like the earth itself is dreaming. You stand there, still as a candle flame, and listen. It fills you, it calms you, every thought dissolves, every worry drifts away. There is no past here, no tomorrow, only this moment, this quiet rain, this world that breathes so slowly. You turn away from the window, the misty light tracing the edges of your face. Across the cabin, the fire flickers faintly, its last flames curling like sleeping petals. You kneel beside it, gently adding another log from the basket nearby. The wood catches with a faint sigh, a whisper of smoke rising through the air. The light grows warmer, painting the walls in shades of amber and gold. The rain seems to grow quieter in response, as if listening, as if grateful. You sit before the fire now, hands open toward its gentle heat. The sound of rain fades further, becoming one with the low hum of the room. You imagine that, outside, the forest has fallen asleep, the trees swaying in slow dreams, the rivers murmuring to themselves. Even the wind has grown still, resting beneath the weight of soft clouds. You look around the cabin once more. Everything seems slightly different now. The edges softer, the colors warmer, the shadows move like breath. It feels as though the cabin itself is alive in some quiet, ancient way. Not alive as a creature, but as a memory, a spirit made of wood, stone, and rain. You can almost feel its heartbeat, steady and patient. In the floor beneath your feet, you close your eyes again and lean back. The warmth of the hearth seeps into you, first into your hands, then into your chest, and slowly through the rest of you until even your thoughts are warm. You breathe in deeply, and the air feels thick and soft, as though it carries the weight of centuries. Your mind drifts further away, not lost, just resting. You are no longer a visitor here. You belong to this place now. The rain upon the roof continues its steady song. It no longer sounds like droplets, but like strings of a distant harp, plucked by invisible hands in some unseen tower. Each note falls gently, one after another, and melts into silence. It feels like a story told not in words, but in rhythm and rest, and you understand it perfectly. Your eyes grow heavy once more. You rest your head against the back of the chair, the blanket wrapping you like a cocoon. You feel the fire's glow at your side, the soft, living warmth that anchors you in this moment. Outside, the rain begins to slow even more. a few lingering drops, falling now and then like the closing lines of a song. You can hear your own heartbeat now, slow and steady. It sounds like the echo of the rain, one rhythm answering another. For a while, you listen to both, until they become one sound. The rain, your breath, the quiet hum of the world, everything merges, everything softens. The night deepens into a dream, and you drift. The fire sighs once more, its embers glowing like stars. The roof hums softly under the touch of rain, and far away, the forest whispers a lullaby that has no beginning and no end. The rain falls lighter now, barely a whisper upon the roof. You are not sure when your eyes close, only that when they open again, the world has changed. The fire still glows, but softer, dimmer, its light no longer gold, but pale and silvery, as though the moon herself has taken its place in the hearth. You rise slowly, the blanket slips from your shoulders, falling in a quiet sigh upon the chair. The cabin breathes around you, the walls, the beams, the floorboards, each one humming with a sound that feels both alive and distant. It is the same rhythm as the rain, and yet, somehow, deeper. You step toward the door, your hand finding the latch without needing to see. It feels warm beneath your palm, as if touched by unseen light. When the door opens, a cool breath of air greets you. The rain has almost ceased, falling now in thin silver threads. Mist gathers at the edge of the forest, curling like soft smoke around the trees. You step outside, barefoot now, the earth beneath you cool and damp. The night greets you with a quiet, so deep it feels like a heartbeat, paused between two slow beats. The cabin's roof glistens behind you, the last few drops falling from its eaves to the moss below. Before you, the forest stretches like an ocean of shadow and light. Its trees are tall, ancient, perhaps older than any kingdom, their branches heavy with rain. Each drop that falls from them makes a sound so delicate, you can barely tell if it is real or imagined. You take a step forward, and the ground gives softly beneath your feet. The scent of pine and wet soil fills the air, thick and clean. Somewhere to your left, a stream murmurs through the dark, its voice slow and eternal. The sound mingles with the faint rustle of leaves, and the forest seems to whisper in a language older than words. You listen, and for a moment, you almost understand it. It speaks not to your mind, but to your bones, to the quiet places within you that remember what peace feels like. It tells you that all things, stone, tree, river, sky, are only different forms of stillness, that even movement is a kind of rest when it flows as gently as this. You walk deeper among the trees, their trunks rise like pillars in a sleeping cathedral. Drops fall slowly from their branches, landing on leaves with sounds like soft chimes. The moon, now freed from the clouds, spills her light through the canopy, painting everything in silver. Each blade of grass gleams, each shadow breathes, even the air seems to shimmer with quiet, unseen motion. A clearing opens before you, and at its center stands an old oak, vast and silent, its roots coiled like ancient stone. Its bark glows faintly in the moonlight, and as you approach, you feel something stir within you, a recognition. You have been here before, though not in this lifetime. This place feels like a dream remembered, a haven that has always existed just beyond the waking world. You rest your hand upon the tree's trunk. The bark is cool and slightly rough, yet beneath it you feel warmth, a pulse, slow and steady, like the earth itself breathing. The sound of the rain has become one with your heartbeat, with the deep rhythm that hums through the tree. The forest breathes with you now. Each inhalation draws the mist closer. Each exhalation releases it again, dot above. The clouds drift apart, revealing the stars, countless and bright, scattered across the heavens like silver dust. They twinkle faintly between the leaves, reflected in the puddles at your feet. For a moment, it feels as though the sky has come down to meet the earth, that you stand between two mirrors of light and water. You close your eyes, the forest's breath surrounds you. A breeze brushes your hair, cool and scented with moss and rain. You can hear the distant hoot of an owl, the faint ripple of water, the sigh of branches swaying gently above. Each sound moves slowly, never in haste. The world is still, but alive, alive in the quietest way possible. You breathe in deeply again, and the air feels heavier, as if filled with the weight of dreams. You sense the presence of countless things unseen, the sleeping fox in its burrow, the deer resting beneath the brambles, the small glowing fungi that bloom unseen in the damp night, each one a tiny pulse in the great body of the forest, each one part of the same peaceful silence. And within that silence, you begin to fade, not disappear, but merge. The edges of your thoughts soften, dissolving into the mist. The sound of rain lingers faintly in your mind, echoing like memory, like a lullaby from another world. You can no longer tell where the forest ends and where you begin. The moon watches from above, calm and constant. Her light flows over you like water. It touches your face, your hands, your heart, and with each touch you feel lighter, quieter, as though the night itself is slowly lifting you into its arms. You open your eyes one last time to see the mist curling gently at your feet, the oak's great branches stretching high into the stars. Somewhere far behind, the cabin's window still glows faintly, a warm golden heart within the endless forest. It calls to you softly, not to return, but to remember, to carry its warmth with you wherever your dream may go. You take one final look at the sky. A single drop of rain lands upon your cheek. Cool, delicate, perfect. It feels like the closing note of an ancient song. You let it stay, let it slide down slowly until it falls away and vanishes. The forest breathes again. You breathe with it, and the world, once more, is utterly still. The night deepens, and with it, the silence grows more tender. The mist that once drifted between the trees has settled low upon the ground, glowing faintly under the moon's soft hand. The air is cooler now, fresh, still damp, carrying the scent of pine needles and rain-soaked moss. Every breath you take feels cleaner, as if the forest itself breathes with you. Each inhale slow and deep, each exhale softer than before. You stand beneath the great oak still, its vast branches stretched wide above, a living roof that catches the moonlight and scatters it in trembling patterns upon the forest floor. The sound of the rain has faded almost entirely, leaving behind only the memory of its rhythm. But in that silence, in the space the rain has left, something else begins to stir. It starts as a whisper, so faint it could be mistaken for a breeze. or the sigh of a branch shifting in the night. But then it grows clearer, a thread of sound that hums through the air like a harp string plucked by unseen fingers. Another joins it, then another, a melody so soft, so ancient, it feels as though it has always been here, waiting patiently beneath the surface of the world. You listen. The sound does not come from one place. It seems to come from everywhere, from the roots beneath your feet, from the leaves above, from the very mist that curls through the trees. It is not a song you hear so much as a song you remember, a song the rain once sang to the first forests, to the first rivers, to every soul that ever sought peace beneath the night sky. It is a melody of stillness, each note slow, lingering long enough for your heartbeat to match its rhythm. It feels like a lullaby, but older, simpler, purer. The kind of song that could calm even the wind. And as it plays, you feel it moving through you, a vibration low and steady, sinking into your chest, traveling along your arms, settling deep into your bones. The oak's leaves rustle softly above, as though answering the song. You lift your gaze, and through the branches you see faint lights, tiny, floating orbs of pale blue, drifting like lanterns caught in a slow current. They weave gently through the air, spiraling upward, illuminating the fog with a ghostly shimmer. They are not cold. Their glow feels warm, alive, like memories made visible. You reach out a hand, and one of the lights drifts close, hovering just above your palm. It flickers once, twice, then settles into a soft, steady glow. You can almost hear it singing a single, high note woven perfectly into the melody that fills the forest. You feel no fear, only wonder, only peace. The air around you vibrates gently now, alive with quiet music. You can sense the forest listening, each leaf, each stone, each sleeping creature tuned to the same invisible rhythm. And in that shared silence, you begin to remember things you never lived. Images move through your mind like dreams half remembered. A candlelit hall where someone once played this same song upon a harp of silver strings. A woman in a long gown swaying slowly by the fire's glow, eyes closed, a soft smile upon her lips. A castle surrounded by rain, its towers hidden in mist, and somewhere a small cabin in the woods, its roof echoing gently with raindrops, just as it does tonight. You breathe in deeply. The memories are not yours, yet they feel like home. They are the memories of every quiet soul who ever sought warmth beneath a roof of rain. Every traveler who ever listened to the world and found peace in its endless rhythm. The song connects you to them all, to the long, unbroken chain of stillness that stretches through the ages. You close your eyes and let the sound carry you. Each note is a heartbeat, each pause is a breath. You sway gently, barely aware that you are moving at all. The mist gathers closer, wrapping around your legs like soft wool. The lights drift nearer too, spiraling around you in slow, silent circles. Their glow painting your skin with the same pale hue as moonlight on water. The melody deepens, not louder, but richer. It feels as though the forest itself has begun to hum along. The sound rises through the ground, through the roots, through the air. The oak tree shivers once, and its branches release a small shower of droplets that fall around you like glittering beads. They land upon your hair, your hands, your face, cool and delicate, each one catching a fragment of moonlight. It is as if the rain itself has turned to music, and you are standing within its song. Your breath slows further, your body grows heavy, but your mind feels lighter than air. The forest fades around you, but not into darkness, into light, a soft, dreamlike glow that stretches in all directions. Without edge, without end, the melody continues, now distant, as if sung by 1,000 unseen voices. And within its sound, you hear words, not in any tongue you know, but in meaning you somehow understand. They whisper, "Rest, traveler, the world is quiet now. The night is yours, the rain remembers you, the music drifts on, the forest hums with it." You feel yourself beginning to fade again, not vanish, but dissolve into that same rhythm. Your heart beats slower, your thoughts fall away like leaves. You are becoming part of the song. The mist swirls gently one last time, and the lights drift higher, ascending through the branches until they vanish among the stars. The final note of the melody lingers in the air, a silver thread, trembling, fading, and then silence. But even in that silence, the song remains echoing softly within you, steady as breath, warm as the fire you left behind. The melody drifts away, like mist caught in a gentle breeze. One moment, it hums softly through the forest, and the next, it is gone, leaving only the faint shimmer of silence that follows beauty when it has passed. You stand beneath the old oak, eyes half closed, feeling the quiet settle around you like a blanket of cool air. The forest no longer sings, and yet, somehow, it feels fuller than before, as if the song has sunk into its roots, becoming one with the earth itself. You take a slow breath. The air is damp and sweet. Each inhale tastes faintly of rainwater and pine. Each exhale drifts away like smoke. Somewhere in the distance, a nightbird calls once, a low, soothing sound that seems to echo for a long while before being swallowed by the trees. The lights that once floated among the branches have vanished, leaving the forest bathed in silver moonlight. A few drops of rain still fall from the leaves above, soft and infrequent, the last sighs of the storm. They land upon your shoulders, your hands, the tips of your hair, cool, clean, comforting. You begin to walk again. Each step is slow, unhurried, pressing softly into the wet ground. The moss beneath your feet feels springy and alive. And when you look down, you notice how your footprints fill with water, tiny mirrors reflecting the stars. The forest path welcomes you back, as though it has been waiting. The trees seem taller now, their trunks glowing faintly with dew. The air hums quietly with the memory of rain. The cabin waits somewhere beyond, hidden still, but you can feel its warmth calling. You follow the faint scent of wood smoke, a thin ribbon in the cool night air. It winds through the trees, familiar, steady, leading you home. As you walk, the forest begins to change. The mist that once curled low is thinning, revealing patches of earth glistening in moonlight. A narrow brook appears beside the path, its surface rippling softly, catching fragments of starlight like silver threads. The water sings quietly to itself, a hushed lullaby echoing the melody you heard beneath the oak. You listen for a while, and for a fleeting moment, you imagine the brook's voice as the same one that sang to you before. a gentle continuation of that ancient song. The more you walk, the slower the world becomes. Even the air feels like it has weight, thick, gentle, embracing. The sounds of the forest grow fainter, replaced by something softer, a sound you know well. Raindrops dot not upon leaves now, but upon wood, steady, rhythmic, like the heartbeat of the night. You lift your gaze, and there it is, the cabin, your cabin, its shape barely visible through the mist, the faint glow of firelight flickering from within. The roof glistens with rain, and every drop that falls upon it makes a tender sound, a whisper of homecoming. You pause for a moment at the threshold. The wooden door is slightly open, and a narrow line of golden light spills out across the ground. The warmth inside touches your skin before you even step in, a hush of comfort, a reminder of safety. You push the door gently, and it creaks in that familiar way, the sound that always greets you like an old friend. Inside, the air is warm and fragrant, burning oak, melting candle wax, and the faint sweetness of herbs drying above the hearth. The fire glows low now, its embers deep orange and red, crackling softly beneath the rain's gentle rhythm on the roof. You close the door behind you, and the sound of the outside world fades away completely. Only the fire remains, only the rain, only peace. You move slowly across the wooden floor, each step creaking softly. The air feels thick with warmth, and a kind of drowsy magic lingers in every corner of the cabin. The rain's melody continues above, steady, slow, hypnotic. It sounds different now, not like a storm, but like breath, a deep, steady breathing that keeps time with your own. You sit beside the hearth, and for a moment, you simply watch the fire. Its light flickers across the walls, painting the room in amber and gold. The shadows move gently, like slow waves on a quiet sea. You reach toward the warmth, your fingers hovering just above the flames. The heat is perfect, not sharp, not harsh, but deep and calm, soothing every part of you that the rain ever touched. The cabin hums softly, wood settling, the wind brushing against the window panes. Outside, the forest sleeps. The world is still. The only sound left is the slow music of raindrops on the roof. A song of rest, of peace, of return. You close your eyes. The fire's glow presses gently against your lids. You can feel your heartbeats slowing, your breath growing deeper, your mind beginning to drift. You imagine the cabin as a cradle, floating softly upon a sea of night, carried by the rhythm of the rain. Each drop above feels like a heartbeat in time with yours. Each creak of the wood feels like a sigh of comfort. You are safe here. You are warm here. You have come home. Outside, the rain continues. Inside, the world fades. Your thoughts unravel, loose and light, drifting like the mist beyond the door. You can no longer tell where the forest ends and your dream begins. Perhaps there is no difference. Perhaps it is all one long breath, one endless song of quiet and sleep. The last thing you feel is the steady rhythm of the rain, soft, unbroken, ever so gentle. The sound wraps around you, lulling you deeper, slower, until even the thought of waking feels far away. And somewhere, in the vast silence between heartbeats, you hear it once more, that forgotten melody, so faint now, woven into the sound of the rain, a whisper from the forest, a memory of moonlight, a promise that peace is always waiting. You exhale slowly, the world fades, and the cabin roof sings you softly into sleep. The night has settled completely now. The world outside your window has vanished into darkness and rain, and within the cabin, all that remains is the soft glow of the fire and the steady rhythm of droplets falling upon the roof above. The air is warm and thick with the scent of oak wood and rain. Every sound has softened, even the fire, which no longer crackles, but whispers, its embers sighing gently as they fade into deep red. The rain continues, slow, rhythmic, patient. Each drop lands upon the roof like the quiet tap of fingertips, a sound so gentle it seems to be thinking, not falling. You lie back upon the bed of wool and linen, and the softness greets you like an embrace. The blanket is heavy enough to still the restless breath, light enough to float. It carries the faint smell of lavender, dried and woven between the threads. Your body sinks into the mattress, and for the first time tonight, you feel the weight of everything you have released, the wandering, the remembering, the listening, all drifting away into the slow rhythm of sleep. The cabin murmurs softly around you, the wooden beams creak, the wind brushes gently against the shutters, and the rain sings on, not louder, not quieter, just steady. The sound moves in waves, lapping softly at the edges of thought, smoothing them away one by one. Each wave leaves you lighter, emptier, quieter. You breathe in. The air feels warm in your lungs. You breathe out. The world exhales with you. Even your heartbeat now seems to match the rhythm of the rain, slow, peaceful, steady. You feel as though you are not merely lying beneath the sound, but within it, as if the rain has drawn you into its melody, folding you into its quiet song. Outside, the forest dreams. The trees sway softly in their sleep, their leaves whispering to one another. The brook hums low and slow, its voice a steady pulse in the night. All the creatures of the woods rest now, their hearts slowed, their bodies still. The night holds them all as it holds you, a single, endless hush. The fire fades to a quiet glow, its light now more shadow than flame. It paints soft shapes upon the ceiling, flickers of gold that stretch and curl like thoughts half remembered. You watch them move until your eyes grow heavy, the world behind your eyelids as warm and golden as the one before them. Somewhere far away, you can still hear the melody that once drifted through the forest. It is fainter now, a whisper woven into the sound of the rain. It hums not from the world outside, but from within you. It is your breath, your heartbeat, your rest. The forgotten song has become your own. You think of the path that led you here, the forest, the oak, the lights, the mist. All of it feels like a dream, yet somehow you know it was real. Perhaps it is always there, just beyond the waking world, a place where rain remembers your name, where time slows, where silence breathes. You can return there whenever you wish. All you must do is listen. Listen to the rain, to the quiet rhythm above you. It will find you again. It always does. The cabin settles deeper into stillness. The last ember fades to gold, then to ash. The air cools slightly, but the warmth around you remains a cocoon of peace. Your breath grows slower, your thoughts quieter, your awareness lighter. You are drifting now, half in dream, half in eternity. The rain continues to fall, gentle, endless, a lullaby older than words. each drop a heartbeat, each pause a breath. The rhythm is perfect, the world is perfect, and you, here in this quiet cabin, are perfectly safe. Let the rain fall, let the world fade. There is nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. Only rest, only peace, only this quiet night that belongs entirely to you. The sound of the rain grows softer still. Your breathing matches it, your heartbeat follows it, and slowly, beautifully, you dissolve into it, like mist into moonlight, like thought into dream. The cabin roof hums its gentle song, the world holds its breath, and sleep, deep, endless, peaceful sleep, finds you at last.